Hello guys, here we have question number 11 from Build Up Your Understanding exercise of the chapter Magnetic Effects of Electric Current from Pathfinder. So let's look at the question. A long thin and extensible light thread is wound on a fixed cylinder of radius r and a positively charged bead p of mass m is attached to the free end of the thread. A uniform magnetic field of induction B is directed along the axis of the cylinder exists in the region surrounding the cylinder as shown in the figure. Initially, the thread is fully wound on the cylinder and the bead touches it. If the bead is projected with a velocity v radially away from the cylinder, it will eventually touch the cylinder tangentially. What should be the magnitude of charge on the bead to fulfill the above mentioned conditions? If you want to try it yourself, please go ahead. So now let's look at the hint. This is actually the same hint which is given in the book. You should think whether will the velocity change. So if you want to try it with the hint, you can do it now. So now let's look at the solution. First of all, we have to notice that at all the times the tension and the magnetic force acts perpendicular in a perpendicular direction of the velocity vector, so its magnitude of velocity won't change. So now let's consider it has unwound to a length L, and the tension in the string at this point is T, and the velocity won't change, so it's V0. So from here what we can write is T plus QV0 times P equals to mv square by L. So from here, and as we know that L is goes on increasing as the thread is unwounding, so as L increases the required centripetal force will decrease, and at some point it will become equals to QVB0, and after this point the string will slack and T will tend to 0. So basically what will happen is that as the length increases, this quantity, the centripetal force required, will decrease. So from here the tension value of tension is adjustable, so it will start decreasing, and QV0B will not change. So at some point this will become 0 and mv square by L will be equals to QV0B. So after that point the string will slack it and the bead will undergo circular motion only due to magnetic field. So from here it is shown here, like this particle will move out and it will extend, and let's say that at L length, when the string has become of L length, the particle string becomes slack and the particle starts undergoing circular motion due to magnetic field. So let's see what will happen after this point. So let's say this at this point it was left, and after this it will start moving, let's say like this. So it will move in a circular path and it will collide again with the cylinder at this point. So this isn't colliding with the cylinder tangentially, so the length L cannot be less than 2r. If the length L was greater than 2r, and in this case let's say the particle bead was something like this before collision, and after it will move along this path and it won't collide with the cylinder at all, and it will just keep on unwinding the thread and it will keep on moving in the circular path. So this is when L is greater than 2r, so this is also not what we want. So now if L equals to 2r, what will happen is that the particle will, let's say, the string will become slack at this point and it will start moving in a circular motion. So as the thread is unwinding, and it will move in a circular path, and it will just tangentially graze the cylinder at this diametrically opposite point to A. So from here this is what we are aiming for. So what we get from here is that the length L at which the tension in the string becomes 0 should be equals to twice of radius. So from here what we get is QV0B is equals to mv square by L. So from here, which is equal to mv0 square over 2r. So from here we get the value of v0 to be 2qbr over m. So yeah, that's the final answer. Thank you.